Well, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Currently just sorting out some avatars very quickly. Thanks for the reminder, by the way, Shy. I don't know why, for some reason, I just automatically just went to, the Tuesday of all days. Hi, Dashin. Hi, Teremy. Hi, TND. Hi, Lawson. No, my play space is like really. Wow. So yeah, VR chat is back again. So that's good. As you can clearly hear by the UI. It's currently plays spacing. But yeah, I did have stuff prepared for VRC A, but obviously as we all saw, the service was just completely, the latency was just practically gone. Fed up Mondays already, trying to go to Tuesday. Could you imagine a concept of creating a brand new day and then just placing it somewhere. I mean, obviously it wouldn't work, but I mean, kind of makes me wonder how months used to work because, when you think of the month July and, you know, it was named after Julius Caesar. uh, Makes me wonder, I wonder if it was called something else, or were there fewer months in the year, but they were longer, essentially, rather than instead of over 30 days, some of them were like over 40, 50, or even 60. I don't know. Never really thought of it. Also, why would you whistle me, Demi? You just left. You were just here a moment ago. Hi. And they just discovered the Egyptian tomb filled with chocolate and hazelnut. They believe it is the tomb of Pharaoh Moshe. Okay, not gonna lie, that one kind of made me smile. Damn it. If we had 13 months instead of 12, every month would be exactly 28 days, and the first would always be a Monday, and the 28th would always be a Sunday. I'm so annoyed at humanity that they didn't do that. There were 13 months, and a lot of the months were named after Roman emperors. Hi, Tanner. Mm, true, because you got Augustus, August, and then you've also got March as well. So many, many things. Let us see what is on the agenda. Also, I've been thinking of maybe doing a poll at some stage where when it comes to redeeming games, I was kind of considering. Beautiful, thank you very much for everything. Thank you. I was kind of thinking of in terms of redeeming games. What would you prefer in terms of system? Would you prefer like a channel point system, or should we do a marbles like Grand Prix every month for, and whoever wins like the monthly Grand Prix will get to decide um a game of their choosing for me to play or something. I don't know. I'm trying to play around with the idea a bit. Marbles, marbles. Hmm. Wait a second. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't. I really don't like when people just take a world that already exists and then they just try to name it something else. Drives me nuts. I think marbles would be better currently. Yeah, I think it would be a fun idea because if I set it to, let's say, 250,000 channel points for redeem, the catalog of games would just build over time. So I think like a monthly playthrough session where, depending on the game, uh, if it's possible to finish within a month or just play more of, essentially, 'cause, it doesn't always essentially have to have an end, a beginning or ending, although it would be preferred because I don't want to just do, you know, an MMORPG because I feel like I wouldn't be able to get that very far, and I don't know how, I don't know if that would be something you would want to watch or not. I mean, granted, I would play games like Final Fantasy because, again, story driven, or Kingdom Hearts, it does have a beginning, it does have an end. Dove probably knows what type of games I would recommend. I do need to do some more racing games. There is a racing game that's coming out soon, that I do want to play. Um, Let me just say, it's on my wish list. Speaking of games, I saw that Nier, Replicant, and Final Fantasy um 12, the Zodiac Age, is on discount, so I might get those at some point as well. And obviously Metro Awakening. So the racing game that I'm thinking of getting is called Screamer. So it's kind of like an anime-based arcade racing game with combat elements. And that's coming out on the 26th, so less than 10 days away from now. So I might play that as well. Is there any way to get a sense of how many channel points people have? Not that I'm aware of, although that would be very helpful. Like if we had, I mean, I'm sure people have created certain bots where, people can type in a command and then it tells you how many, you know, channel points you built over time, and then everybody can see it, vice versa. Hi Tiffany, hi Denman, hi Ray. July named after Julius Caesar and Augustus is the same family as the Julii. Mm-hmm. Very much so. Maybe promise X amount of hours after which you only continue if you want, because games like Minecraft or Fortress Racers don't really have an endpoint, but would be fun to see. I mean, again, it doesn't always need an ending. You know, it would just be like kind of like the flavor or the game for the month, essentially. So it's not out of the equation, but there might be some games that I might have to say no to because either I tried it and I just didn't have a very good experience, or I can't get them to work, you know, vice versa, or you just, you know, can't get them anymore. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well as well. Nice that VR chat is now back and up and running again. Let's see. I wonder if that track. I hope that world came back. I'm gonna see if I can find it again. It's like, why would you take it down? Unless, of course, it was, you know, stolen. Then that would be understandable. Should have saved it, but I thought it was gonna be like one of those games that was just like not gonna disappear, you know? So tomorrow we're going to be doing some VR chat in the morning, and then we're going to be playing some Repo with Dali and a few others as well. It's been a while since I played Repo, so I might be a bit rusty here and there. No, that was just gone pure and simple. Fair enough, fair enough. Ooh. Welcome to Project Autumn. Autumn aims to create the specific experience involving the ability to pilot the Pillar of Autumn. Sign me up. Now I have to check this out. Hi, Oil. Hi, Charles. I hope you don't mind the weird history lesson about months from the Roman era. Oh gosh. Okay, not only is that loud, but you could see me like jittering up and down. So that only happens when you're in a flight world. So we can, for some reason, fly this. But the thing is, it's probably not to scale. Oh no, it's probably, yeah, it's to scale, I think. Because I can't get anywhere close to it. It's very far away. Oh, there's even a Covenant ship. Turn me off upon joining if you don't want to hear the music. Yes, that would be best. Okay, let's see. Air traffic control. Oh, these are just soundtracks. Okay. Okay, so I can either go on. Alright, so you guys get to make a decision. We either go to the UNSC Pillar of Autumn, or we go over to the Covenant cruiser. Your choice. Covenant or UNSC. That spaceship. Rude. It's not the UNSC. Don't know what to do. Maybe do some VR since my dad brought my VR stuff to my college, but right now I'm gonna eat ice cream with mini M&Ms. Nice. Warthog Grandpa, the Pillar of Autumn. Hey Dove, do you remember the name of that world that you said was very good of the F1 thing? Yeah, I think it's sadly still taken down because I still can't find it anymore, which is a real whole Halo. Okay, so we can. I'm sorry. The fact that if we can control this thing. All right, we're gonna start from cryo, because that's where we start from in the game. I mean, the fact that this thing is controllable is just. I'm sorry. What? Dove's not a UNSC. Dove is a lovey-dovey bean. Now, it's been a while since I played Halo, so I might be rusty with my ways. Because I do remember shooting Covenant down these halls. The bridge shouldn't be that too far out, so. Imagine trying to meet up with a friend on a spaceship this big and then completely forgetting where you're supposed to be going. Think down. Nope, wrong corridor. It's just constantly more left and left. Oh, this looks like. Ha, here we go. I don't know why, but I kind of like the like when it came to like the cruiser, like the especially like the Paris class ships, I kind of liked how cramped everything seemed. Okay, so this is where the pilot seat should be, but alas, no pilot seat. So how do you fly it then? Yeah, let's respawn and see. So it might require a simple button. Okay, so that's respawning Pillar of Autumn. Hmm. Fly up to the cannons or the guns of the bridge and enter. Hitbox is large, so. Wow. Captain Igley, thank you so much for. Oh gosh, I'm I'm flying way too high now. Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, and I'm falling. Where did it? Let's see. Any other vehicles you see are in the water able to be. Oh, Fly up to the cannons or the guns and the bridge to enter. Okay. Hope you're doing well, Captain. Oh, wait. Okay, so I have to really hold it. Oh, I see what they've done. So they've added a ship model or a flight model and have embedded it into the Pillars bridge. Okay, that is just nutty. Now I need to find the... Oh, there's the pilot seat. Oh my gosh. Can I have Mac rounds? Okay, engines have started. Okay, let's see. So we're rolling quite a bit. Like, they did say it was going to be very difficult to control this. Oh my gosh, this thing is heavy. Oh boy. Who gave me controls to the pillar? Oh my gosh. Sorry. The Pillar of Autumn's captain is a bit drunk right now. Slightly drunk. Like, I can't even see where the... Now I'm getting sick. You think this is bad? Alright, so I shut down the engines. But we are still drifting through space. Imagine trying to fight a friend in this thing, and then realizing that, yeah, give me maybe 3 or 4 more years and then I'll be able to point the guns at you. Okay. That felt weird because I got out of it and it basically just smacked me in the face. Now, if people ask where is the Pillar of Autumn, best thing to do is not to ask questions. I mean, with my help, the Covenant will definitely not find it. 100%. Ooh, they even got, look at them, they get banshees and transport ships and everything. Seriously, where is the pillar? Uh oh. Next thing you know, you get like a Pillar of Autumn jump scare. Okay, be sick in space. Oh, just imagine being sick and then just for it to come back. Okay, so the world system is very wobbly since it's hmm. Ever wanted to explore Dark Souls 1 map in VR? Mm, well, it depends. Like, I mean, it's 1 GB, but I doubt you would be able to create the entire world. Yeah, I did hear about um Formula One and VR, but and it did interest me, but a lot of people told me it was not um well made because some people were it was literally making people sick. I don't know if they've improved it since the last entry or not. Oh my gosh, another fishing world. How many fishing worlds do we require? Real-time reversals. Alright, let's find a different world before we get all wobbly wibbly wobble. Hmm. Again, there's just way too many AI thumbnails. It's because it's made by EA. Yeah, I mean, ever since EA took over Codemasters, I mean, for me, that just spelt the death of Formula One games in general. Whoa, what the heck is going on with my camera? Uh, what the hell? So, I can't see that. What on earth have they done? I am so sorry. So, the whatever they've done to this world is not properly baked at all. How ironic. I guess we'll have to find another spot. Damn, what happened? Well, let's find a place where it doesn't hurt everyone's eyes. Preferably. At least so we can get out. Pokonite. Let's see what this one's like. Tea check. I actually don't have a tea in the evening. I need to change that to like morning only. Did you hear about the Craftian lawsuit ending? Craftian lawsuit? Mesh broken. Yeah, something was really off. Hopefully I don't get murdered in the alleyway like some other guy did. Inventory. Hello? How do I get in? I hope I don't get jump scared. There was something there. Like, wait. Wait, don't tell me this is the only thing to this world. I refuse to believe. No, because I got the interior as their thumbnail. So, how do I get in? I mean, I've never played the first one. I played the second one, but is there anything else? I mean, there's just death behind the door, but wait a minute. I thought I saw something underground. Yeah, there is more down there. So how do I get through? Is there a puzzle piece that I'm missing? I don't know, maybe the world tells me. Remastering my skills at poking my inventory at night. Right, that doesn't help me at all. Crafter fired the founding members of Subnautica. Oh, that one, that lawsuit. Judge ordered Crafton to rehire the original CEO in his original position with all the power that comes with it. That's good. Housekeeping. Hello? Yeah, there's no button. Oh gosh. Okay. Stand corrected. Seems very empty right now. I wonder if I should give Poker Night a go for stream. I mean, still a very cool animation to... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that almost gave me a heart attack. Granted, I've never played the first game, I've only played the second one, so... Because back then, the stage was, well, in the second game was like mostly over here. Mm. Well, it is his company and game he's passionate about. True. I mean, they had no right to do that, none whatsoever, and it really shows their colors as well. Classic adorable Dove ending up in places that she's too good for. What? So you saying I can't go to a club to gamble? I prefer blackjack over poker. I'm only good at like maybe Texas Hold'em. Right, I think Tub is giving us a tip how to win every time. I just go with my gut and just decide which cards are not good or bad. I mean, I'm really not good at cards, if anything. Although there was this one time where I did play poker and I was able to get through 6 successful rounds by winning all six. And I basically just cashed out there. I mean, no real money involved, obviously not. But that was probably the best bit of poker I've ever played, and I don't really think I could ever do that again. But yeah, winning 6 hands in a row, I just like my luck is gonna run out. So I decided to just basically end it whilst it was on a good streak and just cash out. Hmm. I look at the cards and go, these cards are better than Mulligan for the new hand. Mm-hmm. Let's see, somewhere under. Let's see. Alright, let's have a look at a new world then. Hmm. Wow, this seems kind of nice. No telephone call there. Far from stores. Some fish tanks. I always love exploring, so, but the problem is there's too many worlds to explore. Hmm. And pick my racing number 2 to 99. Um, let's go with 75. Hi, Jester. So what games have you been playing recently, TNG? Anything been taking your fancy lately? So I'm kind of zooming up this world really quickly. To Lighthouse. I just saw a shooting star. Can we go through here? No. I mean, there's more beach over here. Hi, Rare. Not you spotted looking. Eligible. Train Sim World 6, because I like trains. Speaking of trains, have you heard about that they're making a Thomas the Tank Engine simulator game? Like, that was not my bingo cards, like, at all. I've been playing Yakuza 0. I want to play Yakuza 0 again. I really did enjoy that one. And the crazy thing is there's so much to do. I bet you like kissing trains. Wow. But yeah, hi. Hi, Nelly. I've been playing it after finishing the story of Okapaya. Hmm. It's stingy. Wow. Alright. You've really worked hard to come up with that one, huh? Hmm. Hmm. It's crazy. I look at some worlds and they're like really interesting on paper, and then I get there and they're like the exact opposite. Mm. Oh, by the way, Dove, I bought two Dino Crisis 2. Oh, where did you get it from? Did you get it on Steam or GOG? GOG, nice. Do let me know how that goes if you do ever get around to doing it, because I'm definitely thinking of buying the first one on GOG. Hi, Daniel. Hi, hi. Just currently looking for a world right now. Um, hmm, it's a problem. I'm always so spoiled by so many worlds, and then I get very, I don't know, I get very picky whenever I look through them. I'm like, no, not that one. It also doesn't help. There's obviously a rise of AI slop now appearing on VRChat worlds, which is really obnoxious. Dino Crisis 2 is very different to the first, extremely. Like, I don't know what it is, but when I look at um, the first one, a lot of the environments are 3D modeled, and then you got number 2, whereas a lot of the background is just painted, which is it was very typical of the time. But if I didn't know any better, I think they were trying to build upon the success of the first Dino Crisis and tried to get the second one out as quickly as possible. Dino Crisis is more puzzly, and Dino Crisis 2 is more action orientated. Yeah, it kind of follows like the same Resident Evil formula. Let's see, what have I got in my worlds? Hmm. No, what? I guess we can go to this one. Yeah, I played that one on the N64. Talking of Dino games, remember Turok? Doesn't ring a bell. I mean, I there was this one game I remember playing as a child. It was called Nanosaur, and it was basically like a sci-fi dinosaur game where don't really need the rain. Hmm. I can open the door with my head because why would I want to open it like a normal person? Oops, sorry, I almost hit you in the face with a door. Mm-hmm. Ouch, that hurt. Oh, you'll live. Hmm. See, I wanted to test out the video players. See if they work. So I was gonna watch like the um BRCA yesterday. Okay, there we go. It works at least. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna get change quickly, no peeking. Oh, bikini time. Maybe. I couldn't find one of my size, so this one's a bit big. Looking. Wow. Let's put the music just a little bit down there. Bah. Mm. Mm-hmm. I said looking platonically. Uh, like everyone else.
Please give me Huggy Wuggies!
Wow.
Please give me Huggy Wuggies!
You guys are so desperate for your hugs, huh? Mwah. You're gonna get all soaked. Also, I hope the jacuzzi isn't too loud.
Please give me Huggy Wuggies!
Oh my gosh. Your hug privilege should be revoked. been a while since I did VR chat. I'm so warm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Fix my foot. Trackers. There we go. Mm. Oh no, Dove's gonna get us wet. Wow. Has nothing to do with the pretty woman in the bikini. Uh-huh. Nothing at all. Hmm. Might turn the ambience maybe a bit down, I think. Bum bum bum. Mwah. Let's go for... Okay, low ambient sound. I don't care, because whereas I live it was raining. Right, that's better. It's not so deafening. Just so happens that Dove is a pretty woman in bikini. Wow. It's either two things. Either bunny suit or swimsuit. It always involves a suit in some form or fashion. Whoa, you came by very... You came down from space. Oh my gosh. You okay? It's almost like you fell. What I mean. Did you bring something back at least? People at NASA would have killed for that. Ba ba ba. Mm. Star of a dove. Well, thank you very kindly. Made me very rich. But in turn, I will probably have to return the spoils as well. ODST dropping into the hot tub. Soon it'll be the cowgirl too. True, yeah. I need to get around to sorting that as well. No, I came back from China to get because F1 was in China. Actually, how did... Wait, was the China race already happened, or... Yes. Okay. because I heard the Melbourne weekend was a bit meh. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. See them, going through all those corners, and instead of being able to speed up, it's just like energy saving. And I'm sorry, but F1 is just becoming less. It's more about management rather than, the thrill of racing. Like gone are the days when I used to grow up watching McLaren battle it out against Ferrari, and they were just like, let's just say I'm pissed because McLaren is still rubbish. I mean, didn't they win the last season? Who can bend the rules hardest? That was adorable. Ma. Oh, I'm sorry, Ironic. I just saw your request. Had all my menus in the way, covering it. I need to bear that in mind, because sometimes the overlays do cover some stuff up. Construction and drivers last season. I heard Norris actually won their championship finally. I mean, I'm all up for like competition and, more teams being able to, battle it out to get the chance to win the championship, because, otherwise it's just a very dull affair when it's just completely dominated by Mercedes and Red Bull. Like, I remember during the pandemic when we were watching that one season where it was just Hamilton, Bottas, and Verstappen on, the podiums almost every session, and it was just so boring watching like Mercedes just being constantly dominant. And then when, Verstappen finally won his first championship, it just ended in such spectacular controversy and drama. I mean, what really pissed me off in the news regulations. Hi, Ironic. Welcome back to VRC. What really, really angered me was when Leclerc had a chance to win a Grand Prix at was it Monza? No, not Monza. Why can I not remember the name? Monaco. When Ferrari's stupid strategy just came into play, I was fuming at them. They sabotaged Leclerc's, race when they really didn't have to. New regulations just killed F1. Yeah, it's just like the last time I tuned in was when the new, regulations first were introduced for the new cars, and when the porpoising issue was still being addressed, and you okay back there? And it was still being addressed, and who thought this was a good idea? Like, I know they're trying to find new ways to make things different for every season with, new regulations and such, but this has just gone a step too far, in my opinion. Like, F1 is not F1 anymore. I mean, even the drivers are mocking it because now they're comparing it to Mario Kart when it comes to like power-ups. Like, if anything, I would rather watch Wipeout become an official racing sport than F1. It's ridiculous. Hey, not like Red Bull were dominant in McLaren. That's something we can agree on. Monaco is rubbish for overtaking. It's so difficult. There's just like the cars, it's just like, I know they made the cars a little bit smaller to make, overtaking a little bit more easier, but it's not going to change anything because Monaco is still Monaco. No matter what era of cars you have, it's still very difficult to overtake. No, I want F1, not the new F1. I want, like bring out the V8s again with those roaring, screaming engines. Hi, Lil. I think I injured my head. I'm feeling a bump on it. Wonder how I did that. Ah, yes, V8, love of my life. Like, I've still not. Do you know what really upsets me? I almost had an opportunity to go to Silverstone, but I was just not able to. And, oh, oh, oh gosh, you almost scared me. You're in desktop, aren't you? It's, it's never been, it's never been perfect, the hand tracking, I'm not gonna lie. Let me guess, tickets were expensive. Well, I mean, my sibling got to go. Maybe, I think twice, but I was just not able to go due to my work, and scheduling was just a bit too difficult. But the sad thing is, if I was to go to my very first F1 race, I'm stuck with this generation of racing. If we can even call it racing anymore. Headbutt people. Hello. You did headbutt a door earlier. Mm-hmm. And I came out fine, didn't I? Hydrate. Thank you. Ma. Hmm. Headbutting doors, sign dominance. You look like you're burning. You look like you got a fever. You look like you're absolutely sweating. Hand's still a bit broken though. Can't really do the pinky finger. Hmm. At this point, I would just look for a different form of racing because if things just keep going down this way, everyone is in trouble. Because I just don't know if it's like the same thing with like this the hybrid era, or you know when people were not too sure about the Halo or the regulation when the silver, like I think it was like the silver arrows or battle between Hamilton and Rosberg, because they were very dominant in that era. I just don't know if it's going to be one of those times where, oh, we'll just give it time, it'll be better. It's just dangerous, if anything, because one moment you're driving really fast, and then you just lose all this energy and power. And when you're battling somebody on a straight or on a corner, that can be extremely dangerous because then the speed is essentially out of your control. Doves of Dawn were not as shocking with the drowning steppies. Speaking of getting stepped on, that queen in Arc Raiders is just like kept stepping on my face. It's really annoying. And plus I'm also getting into a nice numbering. Okay. We've got an adorable error on a kind of stream. Very adorable, right? It's basically endurance racing. It's, for me, like, Formula One is not easy. The races have a very, very difficult job, but I don't want them to have to worry about 24 things at once when they're trying to, you know, race. So I'd rather they be worrying about 3 things: tire management, where the other cars are on the track, and basically just steering the damn car, really, and that's it. That's all they should be worrying about. Not about whether they've got enough battery. Saved up. It's just getting stupider and stupider. Like, they really need to roll back some of these regulations because, you know, not all the regulations have ever worked, and this has to be one of them. If they don't go back on us, I think the sport could be in jeopardy. And that would be a shame. Incorrect, there is no adorable Oronic. I don't know, I think chat begs to differ. It's... Mm-hmm. Mwah. I'm wrong. Hmm. What? Sorry about that. Hmm. Hmm. Can't be cute when there's a cutie on stream right now. When I'm not. Oh yeah? Ima uh, imagine you, imagine there's like an alternate universe where you actually accept that you're cute. Hmm. Admitting to ban evading is sure as a tactic of all time. Like, they've done some stuff that have really got on my bad side. So the fact that they have to bring it to, you know, to my own doorstep, you know, I've seen it happen before in other people's chats where people come over and then it's essentially try to make a scene. And, you know, I don't appreciate that kind of behavior. So, like, the next thing they can basically do is just create an alternative account and just do it again and again and again. Which is just, you know, petty in my eyes. Because it's not without warrant. Like, I've seen them, you know, make issues in other people's servers, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't want that in my server, essentially. Like, if you're gonna become an issue in somebody else's server, then I'm sorry. Quite frankly and quite honestly, I don't want that in my own server. Pure and simple. Like, I don't want someone just going around nagging me with unnecessary questions and begging, like, oh, come and have a look and see what I've done. Like, did you see this? Did you see that? Did you respond to my message? You know, that kind of thing really irks me. Because then you're just, you know, really pushing it. And to be fair, I don't want that. Dove be conf. You're a conf as well, just don't turn into a prune if you stay in the water for too long. Unless we play Uno, then you are my enemy. That does sound like a fun idea. Anyway, if I was cute, I would admit it. Okay, so you just admit it. I'm not cute there, uh-huh. You know, you say that, and you can easily, you know, get in VRC one day. And then when you get a VR, and then you're in full body, and then it all changes. Some could call me handsome or pretty, but not cute. I don't know. You're pretty cute. So there can only be one main character, Dove. Over the top, oh no, where you act like a Yu-Gi-Oh anime character. Did they ever make a video game of Yu-Gi-Oh? Actually, I wonder if they did or not. Many are Yu-Gi-Oh games. There's a few. I mean, have tried one on Steam, but for me that doesn't count because it plays more like a Hearthstone kind of clone. Have the one the PS5. I don't think they were any super good. That's a shame. There is Master Duel, which there's a legacy of Duelist, which is there's a Rush Duel, which is the Japanese When you format, there's Tag Force games, which lasts many years. I think I have the Master Duel. Let me see which one I have, because it should be in my library. Yeah, it's the Master Duel one I have. I tried it. I wasn't very good. I wasn't very particularly good at it, and quite frankly, I didn't have that much fun with it, if I'm gonna be honest. So I just moved on to other things, really. If there were a Yu-Gi-Oh anime character, what theme or gimmick would you have? Um, can't remember. It's been so long. Like, when it comes to the anime, the only thing I remember from the anime was the story arc when they're fighting against Pegasus. And then there's the other storyline where they're having a battle on top of
Please give me Huggy Wuggies!
a zeppelin with that one, like, purple cloaked dude with the grey hair. Wow, I think there's a good number of bird decks I could show you. Ma. Mm. Mm. Had Toon World when I was a kid. For me, I think I watched mine on. I think it was called Fox Kids back then. I think that's how I watched a lot of shows like Sailor Moon, Dragon Balls, Zoids, Beyblade, and Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Hmm. I've watched every Yu-Gi-Oh show, my favorite being Arc 5, which influenced me as a person, and a lot of the things which, and the origin of my username. Oh, I didn't know that. I loved Digimon so much as a kid. I never finished it, which I kind of do regret. Like, I remember when I was like binge watching the first original season of Pokemon, and it was my ambition to watch every season. It's so difficult because when you look back at it, a lot of the episodes are just so similar to each other. I mean, I've watched a lot of the films that came out as well. Hold on, Dove. I'll send you the origin of my username. I mean, they are making a new series of Digimon to this day. Ooh, I mean, they always are. I want to watch Zoids again. It's been a while. And maybe Beyblade. Gosh, those were the days. I don't know, I was watching a bit of Star Trek Enterprise and I just miss good old shows, you know, just good old fashioned TV shows, whether it was like Stargate, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, Andromeda, so on and so forth. There was just so many great shows. But it's all about streaming now. And I kind of just feel like without good TV shows, good writing, this sense of like magic, you know, lost. Dove was a sci-fi kid. Hell yeah, I was. Fantasy and sci-fi. Hi, Charles. Mama. Meow. Hi, Volkids. Oh, you send it to me. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay. I actually don't recognize him. Or the card. I've never seen that one before. Currently reading up on it. Well. Oh, okay. Hmm. Now I know a little bit more. Hmm. I was Disney and Yu-Gi-Oh kid back then. Gosh, the Disney Channel was so good back then. Like, Disney has just gone so downhill. Like, I feel bad for kids now because when I was growing up in the 90s, I had some of the best shows growing up. And now the newer generations will never have what I experienced. Ever. It's literally impossible. But also, low-key anime, I remember watching a whole... sorry. Yawning quite a bit. Season of Trigun as a kid. I need to watch Trigun. I hear nothing but good stuff about it. If you like Beyblade back in the day, Dove, I picked up something today that might interest you. Oh. Did you ever play Dragon Fable or Adventure Quest? I did not know. I miss OG Bokuton. Did you watch Raven? No. Wait, wasn't that the theme song like That's So Raven? Yeah, I mean, without even streaming, it would require investors being willing to give the show time to cook and make a long show like long shows we have now is like Game of Thrones. Other than that, I mean, shows have been getting a lot more expensive as well, which is, you know, sometimes ridiculous. Like, the budget would be so much larger than it was. People read books before TV said the same. The new TV generation would never ever experience books. And here we are. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Disney Channel back in the day was great. Mm-hmm. They had so many shows back then. No, it was Kids Adventure Task minigame show. Oh, okay. I don't think I know that one. I remember taking to the old friends and talking to the old friends at school about upcoming episodes that came over to their place and or my place and watch the show while eating pizza. Those are some of like the best moments ever. I didn't get to do that with any of my friends, but I definitely got to do it with my siblings a lot of the time. The Zero show that Netflix made was really good, to be honest. And the Avatar cartoon shows were really good too, but we did have a lot of good shows in the 90s indeed. Mm-hmm. A lot of them like very mature as well. Mm. Now, if you want to talk about classic game show, Legend of the Hidden Temple, wasn't that the one with like the monkey statue that they had to like claim, like claim or something? Oh damn! And it's 25 years from back then, so that would be 27 years old by now. That's crazy. Dragoon, Storm Pegasus. Like, I don't know. I only know Tyson. I don't know any of the other characters. But to get it all the signatures in there, that's so cool as well. Wait, was that the Monkey Run or Jungle Run? I think it was. Can't remember. Maybe Jungle Run? It's 25 years in 2024. Okay. It was Jungle Run with the monkey statues. Yeah, I remember watching that show growing up a bit. And it always terrified me when they had to get out at the last moment. And I was always rooting for the kids to do really, really well. And, you know, I would choke under the pressure. I would not do very well at all. Oh, now I just want to look back on the footage of all the stuff I grew up with, you know? Just want to find a big, you know, like, it's weird to see that somebody on YouTube has literally created a compilation of old school, like, British advertisements or adverts. And I remember watching a video on it, and I was like, I remember those adverts growing up. And it's like, it's so crazy how time has just, you know, passed us by. We're getting old, guys. We're growing up. I really wish I could relive some of those days. We've, I feel like we've lost so much in such a short time span. like, I don't know, like kids these days have never climbed a tree. I mean, granted, by today's standards, everything is dangerous, so I'm currently missing the remakes of Drasil and Trigger from the OG Beyblade. I wish I had my. I really wish I had my original Drasil still. What was the long program with lots of mini shows in it? Had the Nev Bear, the tagline was Smile because it's Sunday. I don't remember. I do miss those times. Hey, not like this year can start voting as I'm 18. Nice. I never could climb a tree as a kid. I was not very good at climbing trees, but when I could, I had a lot of fun. What was your favorite show when you were watching as a kid? All of them. There's too many to list. I wish being 18, well, maybe not. I wish being younger. I kind of wish I was younger again. Thomas the Tank Engine. That was a good show. I still remember having the videotapes back then. If you had to pick one or two. Oh, hmm. Hmm. That's difficult. Hmm. For me, if I was forced to choose, I would have to say, so I was young then. I would have to say Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Stargate SG-1. Those were my favorite shows growing up as a kid. Dick and Tom in the bungalow. Shy, no. Oh gosh, not the CGI. Oh, that was awful. I remember when I saw the footage, I was like, no, go back to the models. Dove. Kids these days can't believe that Dove because when you're getting at the clouds. Phineas and Ferb. I never watched that show. But then again, I already grew up by that point. Dove, you need a spa day. Do you really think so? I miss the original Volcon. It was so good back in the day. Then they rebooted it, and okay, then they rebooted it again, and it was dog shit. Yep, that happens pretty much all the same. Or a hot tub. But it's such a hassle to get in. Mine would be Rugrats and House of the Mouse. I didn't particularly like Rugrats when I was growing up, but I did like House of the Mouse as well. Nick and John was great. For me, I found them obnoxious when I was growing up. I did not like them. SG-1 is on Netflix right now, by the way. I know, but I don't like Netflix. I wanna go into Sparty so bad. Me too. I want to actually have a real spa one day. But that was a great show. But those are great shows you gave, Dove. Some of the writing was like really, really good. We'll never see its likeness ever again. Like, it kind of worries me because the new sci-fi, like especially Star Trek, is just being murdered right now by all this awful writing. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't want Stargate to come back. Like, Star Trek, Stargate, Doctor Who, all these shows have been butchered by modern writing, and I just I just don't want it to come back at this point. If this is how it's gonna get treated, you know? Let's go spread together. Who's more annoying, Ant and Dec or Dick and Dom? If I was forced to choose, I would say Ant and Dec are more annoying. If I'm gonna be honest. Fun fact about me, I've never been to a bar before. Same. Chuckle Vision. And either the way it was that they want something to bring the show back. Well, they're just desperate, really, because they need to make money again. Why am I so tired? What the frack? I want Doctor Who back because it was just getting good again. Disney cancelled the deal with the BBC. Wait, what? Wait, Disney was involved? I mean, spas are very expensive, and you always need that one friend that knows a good spa place because quite a lot of them from the outside look very dodgy, should we say. The latest season of Doctor Who was funded by the Disney. Oh wow, that explains it then. Why it failed so spectacularly. Oh dear. Why isn't Disney involved? That's the problem. That's the problem when you monopolize everything. It becomes a problem all over the place. Like, I don't know. Disney has just become such a dirty word now for me. It's not good anymore. Wait, is it wait, is it St. Patrick's Day? I'm seeing the green clover everywhere. Tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow. When something gets really good and then Disney comes into the picture, trash. Exactly. It didn't fail though. First half wasn't amazing, but the second half was so good. Disney cancelled the contract because it wasn't doing what they wanted. I mean, to be fair, after Capaldi, it was just garbage. I mean, even when I was like even when I was watching the Capaldi era of Doctor Who, I know he was trying his best, but I'm sorry, the script was just awful, but even back then. And then after that, it was just trash all the way through. For me, it should have ended with him because, 12 doctors, 12 hands on a clock. It would have been like, yeah, kind of like on the nose, but I thought that would have been kind of like the end of time, essentially. Like we've come full circle. That way, also, it makes it easier to binge watch the shows because if you just keep going on and on and on and on and on, One Piece, I'm looking at you, it's extremely difficult to binge watch a series, you know? I'm afraid now how the new Avengers movie coming out this year, I kind of forgot they're actually making a new one. Wasn't it called Doomsday or something? Capaldi is a great doctor. They did him dirty there. Yeah, they did. Jodie was fine, but the writing was terrible. I thought she was awful. The writing was just as bad, though. I mean, I had no problems, there being a female doctor, but the writing was just garbage. I don't know, it was more like an expensive fan fiction. I've seen a place in Spa where a machine does a massage for you and then the people will tell you where to go next and stuff and make you more relaxed. Mm-hmm. The most recent Doctor Last episodes were one of the best. I don't know. I've never watched them, to be fair, but I also find it a little bit hard to believe. But then, but then again, that's just me and my arrogance since I haven't really watched those specific episodes. Like my favorite Doctor growing up, before the series came back with the ninth Doctor, was the fifth Doctor with the cricket coat and the stick of celery. He was my favorite Doctor growing up. Peter Davison. Yeah, he was my Doctor growing up. But for the new generation, David Tennant was definitely my favorite as well. Would you like a jelly baby? That would be the fourth Doctor. Like Tom Baker. Like how old is Tom Baker right now? He's so old. Still going strong. It's crazy. I've never seen any of the episode of Doctor Who. I like Matt Smith out of the modern Doctors. I mean, Matt Smith brought, I wasn't sure at first, but he definitely brought this kind of charisma to his Doctor Who series, where he was basically just doing his own thing. He wasn't just trying to be like David Tennant's Doctor. And, his Doctor quickly grew on me. It's a British show. Peter Davison, the father of the woman who played Jenny, the Doctor's daughter June. Yeah, a lot of people forget that. Yeah. they're all kind of. I love Blackadder. I mean, for me, Blackadder, the only bit I found remotely interesting or funny was the World War One arc. Dove, look at my biogenerating. No. It's, that was so dumb. So dumb. I'm sorry. I was like, no. This is so stupid. Like, when you think about it, and, you know, take this with a grain of salt as you will, but when it comes to TV shows, Doctor Who is probably the first, or I don't know, first, but certainly the longest running sci fi TV show. Luckily, they wrote so by generation as well. Isn't happening again, and it should never happen again. I was in a state of absolute disbelief when they showed that. I was like, you cannot be serious. I don't know why I'm getting EP. I know I'm lying down, but I guess I have been very tired. Some of the worst parts of Doctor Who, in my opinion, was the spin-offs. Looking at you, Torchwood. Torchwood was just such... like, I don't know. Torchwood was... like, I remember when I watched Torchwood, it scared me. Like, does anybody remember that one episode with, like, the fairies? And, like, petals, like flower petals, were coming out of people's mouths as they were dying. That stuff scared me. I was like, hell no. I didn't, and after that episode, I just didn't want to watch any more Torchwood. And then the Cyber Woman, I thought was a bit much.
Please give me Huggy Wuggies!
Wow. Some of the worst parts of Doctor Who, you know. But Jodie's hands down the worst Doctor. Oh yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. The cyber woman sexually assaulting men at a sperm bank. Wait, was that really what happened? Yep, she sexually assaulted and killed a gay man in that scene. What the I mean, it's a cyber. They're gonna kill anything that's not metal. Yes, that really happened. Of course it happened. Because, you know, they had to have something edgy and dark. As if Doctor Who wasn't, you know, dark already, but it was like it was drawing like a fine line of what it could show to a family audience and still be, you know, kind of mature. Du liebe Zeit at the same time, I guess. I rewatched Jodie's run and unfortunately joked myself into liking her. The doctor, as she is the old person trying to relate to the youngs. The problem is she's trying to be like, instead of her own doctor, she's trying to be like David Tennant or Matt Smith's doctor. She was just trying too hard to be like the other doctors, which just didn't suit her at all. But yeah, Dove, if you had to pick one of the Doctor Who villain, who would it be and why? I'll go first for the Weeping Angels. They were so iconic. The Weeping Angels as a concept was just so terrifying and so well done. Yeah, that's definitely a very good point. Very good pick. For me, this might seem a bit obvious, but for me, it was actually, for me, it was the Daleks because they were just so iconic. I sadly didn't have the option of hiding behind a sofa because mine was up against the wall. But yeah, it was the Daleks for me. Hi, Junjo. Hello, Dove. You cute little birdie. Hi, expert. But that's what makes them so good. How many horror games copy the Weeping Angels and gimmick these days? Too many to count. Way too many. Like, you always get that one, that one enemy where you can't take your eyes off for a split second. Otherwise, it's just insta death. And you have to, like, maneuver yourself around the room without looking away for too long or too quickly. It's just, for me, that kind of gameplay is just so frustrating. Yeah, and you got the trilogy of the Daleks, Cybermen, the Weeping Angels. Weeping Angels was my most GCSEs. Oh, I really don't miss GCSEs at all. I really don't. I really don't know what got me so tired, but all of a sudden. Is oversleeping is just catching up to me? Maybe. I think the evil ood with my second bab. The the evil ooze were very disturbing. Hydrate, thank you. I will hydrate. I mean, I do have a VR chat stream tomorrow, so hopefully I won't be as half dead. Ood were great designs. That, like, that one scene where that guy transforms into an ood was so horrific looking. I mean, granted, a lot of the transformations in Doctor Who were very disturbing to look at. And the music. Oh, don't get me started on the music, especially with the Ood. It was like, it was just so emotional. What day is it today? It is the 16th. This month has gone by quite quickly. Also, the Vashnarada Shadow Piranha things were great. But one, 2 episodes, so I'm not sure. I mean, there was still a good concept too. Especially if it's, like, the worst Doctor Who adversaries are the ones you can't physically beat. Because, when it comes to, like, Daleks and Cybermen, they can either be trapped or destroyed, but, Vashnarada, Weeping Angels, it's a little bit more difficult than that. Didn't one of the Doctor's companions get turned into a Cyberman? I think one of them did. I think they died. I think they died and actually became a Cyberman. I think it was the companion's boyfriend. Well, two companions, became a Cyberman. I didn't like his character. Um, what was her? Clara Oswald. I didn't like Clara's boyfriend. I'm sorry. I thought he was annoying. I did not like him one bit. I thought the acting was very stiff, but that's just my opinion. That outfit is looking very good. Thank you, Chancho. Kind of reminds me of that one, Hololive. Um, VTuber, at least with these colors, anyway. Plus, Jodie became a weeping angel. Wait, she did? I didn't like Clara, full stop. That's fair. Susie. I didn't like, oh, what was her name? Like, Potts or something. Or whatever her name was. I thought after Clara Oswald, all the companions just got obnoxious. For me. Have you not seen the end of Jodie Era? No. I saw the pilot to her season, and then I watched the I forgot his name, the drinking review guy on YouTube talk about her Doctor Who season, and I just agreed with everything he said, and I thought it was just awful. Polive Noel? I think so. Let me just look it up. No, what was her name? Just looking at the talents right now. Um, yeah, yeah, sorry, you did get it right. It was Suzuya. It was Suzuya. Hoshimashi Suzuya. Yeah, it was that one. I mean, those colors kind of remind me of her design. So I can't find, but after the Generation episode, did an interview saying it was David Tennant's fault he was in his pants, and David Tennant's wife retweeted and said, "Relate." Oh my gosh! I felt like Clara's personality in the show was her mystery, and after that was solved, she didn't really do anything. It reminded me of Susie's outfit. Same. Oh, hi, Trace. Is that a fox spitting? David Tennant's wife used to be really active on Twitter. And she really acted like a down, bad fan account. Sometimes she's so funny. She's got a very good sense of humor. It is a fox spinning. I thought so. What are you doing, Atreides? I've been listening to a lot of Japanese songs again. I really need to try watching anime again. It's been a long time. Like, the last time I watched an anime was with Dolly. Or technically, I did watch Housing Ultimate a few days ago. Again, David Tennant is funny no matter what. Seeing Devin VRC confirms she's pretty. Wow. Shocking myself to more online schoolwork after being shackled to the fishing world literally all day yesterday, thanks to happy outage. Oh, yeah, that was awful. So I was gonna stream BRC that night, but with it just going down, it was just not gonna happen. She's gonna drown. Why is that your first impulse? That I'm gonna drown you again. I mean, if you want, I can drown you again. But alas, there is no water to be seen. It's a fake water for you guys, so you won't be trapped in water with this one. Good, I'm thirsty. Wow. Be careful, Dove. Chat was getting a good view. They're always getting good view. Thank you. You're very welcome, Ray. I like to give some people like a first gift every now and then just so they don't have to, you know, be constantly interrupted by advertisement. I might be accustomed to getting bullied relentlessly. I remember getting bullied most of my time. Dude, tough. I've lived long enough. But you're wearing a full suited gear. You'll live. Your suit will protect you. I think what hated most about Bi Generation episode was the writers touching it about the first gate. Yeah, it was all about, rather than writing good stories, it was all about the message. That's the problem. When you start bringing, you know, the message of everyday life into your, you know, escapism, whether it be The Rings of Power or Star Trek, you kind of miss the point of what what made the show so special to begin with. You can drown me in the hot tub water if you want now. Well, there's no water though, so you're not seeing anything. It, it's not real. The water was never real. Well, true, you are a sight for sore eyes. Well, you better not get sore eyes anymore. Every year I was a good view, but yes, Boba makes it a good day. Oh yeah, gooder. My own eye on screen is staring chat down. I've been kind of looks like a Polaris, like a paralysis demon. Is like right behind chat. It's, yeah, basically like that. It really is. Boob also makes Ringo simple. Nothing good. Only one thought. No face, no eyes, only boobs. When they say no boobs, we must resist. Well, I've been thinking recently. There was this one game I did want to try out. It was the crime cleanup game. That one looked interesting. Dove has blue hair, right, guys? No? Last time I checked. Looking respectfully, as they say. Uh-huh. No, I'm not thirsty anymore. My brain is always empty. Dude, I thought it was green. Oh, yeah. I'm looking platonically. Wow. Wait, when did we start a hype train? I don't remember that.
Please give me Huggy Wuggy!
Wow. Just looking. Uh-huh.
Please give me Huggy Wuggies! Oh. Please give me Huggy Wuggies! Oh.
Ma. I redeem Huggies so I get them in game. You're cheating. But yes. Don't cheat. But you don't have to use the points, you could just ask me. Can I have Huggies? You can always have Huggies. Ugh. Ma.
Please give me Huggy Wuggies! Oh.
My gosh, hi Coma. Ugh. Are you guys so hug deprived? I might as well just fall asleep. You might just fall asleep on top of me at this point. Ma. Ugh. Hmm. Well, thanks for the hugs. Wait, we can ask for hugs? No, 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 no. That's not how it works. Dove hugs are the best. Can't wait to have hands to give her hugs. Yes, I'm deprived. How could you tell? Layers and layers of armor. It's like, just think about how a space marine hasn't had a hug in goodness how many thousands of years. I can ask for hugs, chat. Gotta redeem them. Alright, don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. You're abusing your privileges right now. Down with the tyranny. No, I would never. Uh-huh. Hmm. Could change the game for tomorrow. I could try a crime cleanup for tomorrow morning. And then we'll do Reaper in the evening. Also, we've set up a schedule for another VRC stream this Thursday, and me and Remy will hopefully be playing maybe some Code Rain in the future. Hopefully this Saturday, if things go according to plan. Gestatin tyranny. Mwah. I better be careful this doesn't turn into another sleeping stream like last time. Tyrannical Jester Empire. I never boost my power. You gotta abuse your power at least once. At least once. Never was wholesome being who rules fairly. It's always time to sleep when you're in VRC. True. Not like we could wake you up with sound alerts. Yeah, right, ironic. If you fall asleep again, I can't promise not to clip you if you make cute noises. No, I don't want that. Oh, not again. Maybe I am tired. Oh, I just found. Oh gosh, I almost scared myself by. I thought I accidentally kicked Ironic. I was kind of last time. Seeing Sleepy Dove like last time was a good stream. Wow. Speaking of Dino Crisis, though, I've spotted somebody we could raid. So there is a streamer called Alexia VR. They are currently streaming Dino Crisis, and giving snuggles. Wow. I'm kind of considering to raid them since they're doing Dino Crisis. And I am unfortunately losing energy to keep my eyes open, which is really unfortunate for me because I'm close to passing out. It's been a while since it's been a very long time since I raided them. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Make sure I got the name right. There we go. Raid is set up. So yeah, I might change tomorrow morning's game. Cause I kinda wanna do like a crime cleanup game for tomorrow. You go get some sleep, Dove. You deserve the nice rest. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Very, very much appreciated, you guys coming along. I do want to do more VRC streams as well. Preferably not falling asleep. One of my hearing is the most commit crime for Dove to clean up. Alright. Good night. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.